If no one knows who you are, they can't invest in your deal, period. And most capital raisers are invisible. They're chasing money without first building awareness. Or they bought into the #1 lie shared by many real estate gurus, and that's if you find a good deal, the money will come. Not true. Ask me how I know. So what about awareness? It's not just about posting online. It's about showing up in the right places with the right message at the right time. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to build visibility in a crowded market and the systems that turn attention into opportunity. So let's dive into the first and most overlooked stage of raising capital, awareness. If you haven't already watched my overview video of the capital flow funnel, you can find the link in the description below. And I'd recommend starting there and then coming back to this one so you can have a better understanding of why the awareness stage is so significant and how it plays into the rest of the capital flow funnel. The first stage of the capital flow funnel is awareness. This is where people don't know you, don't know your deal, and honestly probably don't care yet. This is where you speak to the 5 hot buttons of your ideal investor. What reason do they have to keep listening to you or learning more? Are they paying too much in taxes? Are they frustrated with the volatility of the stock market? Are they looking for additional cash flow or leveraging their retirement accounts to invest in tangible assets? There's a lot of different things that would attract them to what you offer. Your only goal here is to get on their radar in a way that positions you as credible, professional, and relevant. While focusing on this stage, be cautious about building your business on leased real estate. Social media is leased real estate. You don't own it. The algorithm changes, the platform decides they don't like what you're posting, your account goes down, whatever the case is. One change and your reach disappears overnight. But your email list, that's like owning land. You control the message, the timing, and who sees it. And if you're serious about raising capital, build your list like it's beachfront property, because that's where the real leverage lives. I personally despise buying email lists. In fact, we have users that have done this and nothing good has come from it. More on that another time. Here are my 4 favorite ways to build awareness with the intention of getting an email address in exchange of value. In other words, they opt in by choice. Posting consistently on social media with relevant content. Awareness is about getting as many eyeballs on you as possible. People won't work with you if they don't know how you can serve them. Most people know they should be doing this, but they get overwhelmed with the idea of content creation and knowing what platform to use. Keep it simple. Pick one and set a realistic number of posts you want to make per week. Maybe to start, it's only 1 per week. And as you get into a rhythm, you can increase it to 2 and then maybe 3. Consistency is key. Consistency builds credibility. And when you show up on social media regularly where your ideal investors hang out and post relevant content, you're positioning yourself as a knowledgeable, trustworthy expert. So what is relevant content? It can be educational posts, such as how syndications work and what investors should look for in a deal, tax benefits, self-directed IRAs, whatever the case is. You can also post behind-the-scene insights, such as project walkthroughs and site visits. I've got a friend, Captain Kurt, who is a private pilot and literally spends his time flying billionaires around in their private jets and also invests in real estate. It almost sounds like a made-up life, right? But I promise you, he exists. He does a phenomenal job with this on Instagram. You can check him out at the Captain Kurt and see how he goes about it. You can also provide industry updates and commentary. One thing you need to understand is that every post is a micro touch point. Over time, these stack up to create trust. So when it's time to actually raise capital, you're not starting cold, you've already been warming up your audience. Speaking at local events or webinars. One of my favorites is speaking at local events or on webinars. Speaking equals instant authority. Whether it's in person or virtual, when you're handed the mic, people see you as someone worth listening to. Now, the challenge for most people here is overcoming the fear of public speaking. Just the thought of it starts elevating their blood pressure and makes them feel anxious. You may be feeling that yourself just hearing me talk about it. And I'm going to share with you 3 simple tips that I used in order to get more comfortable speaking in front of people, because let me tell you, it is powerful. Start small. Start by attending local real estate meetups, investor lunches, and virtual summits. You can start commenting in the meetings or on workshops to get comfortable just talking in front of people. You'll quickly realize that you do have value to provide, and putting in the reps only makes it easier. Once you become more comfortable doing this, start recording yourself providing value. Talk about those 5 hot buttons that would cause somebody to want to invest with you. As you progress with this method, mix in live virtual workshops. Invite people to come interact with you and learn from your experience. Start offering to speak at smaller real estate gatherings or groups. You may not think so, but if you can get comfortable speaking in front of 20 to 30 people, speaking in front of 300 isn't that much different. I promise you. Now, speaking to these smaller groups will allow you to put in the reps, create content from your presentations, and give you more confidence with speaking. Plus, others will see how active you are, and you'll start to be invited to speak on more and more stages. I guarantee you it's not as scary as you might think, but you do got to put in the work. I started with my own meetup in Phoenix, Arizona. We grew to become the largest monthly gathering focused on apartment investing, and this gave me opportunities to get comfortable speaking on stages and also provided me a platform to invite others that had way more experience than me to speak simply because I had a stage. I even had the opportunity to share a stage a couple times with Robert Kiyosaki. That dude's book changed my life. And this also opened up the door to start speaking at other people's events, allowing that skill to compound. Stages are powerful, and personally, this is my favorite activity to build awareness. Once you've put in the reps, start looking for speaking opportunities that get you in front of a captive audience or potential investors. Speaking engagements tend to have a halo effect. Even people who don't attend will see your name on the promo material, reinforcing your credibility. Don't be afraid to pay for these speaking opportunities if it gets you in front of the right people. For those getting started with virtual or in-person events, we've created within Capitallyst Pro automated registration funnels, follow-up campaigns, and replay emails so you don't lose momentum once the mic's down. And it's a great way to hit the ground running. Another great way to build awareness is to attend networking events, but with a digital business card so you don't lose leads. Networking still works, and in my opinion is one of the most effective ways to meet potential investors one-on-one, but only if you have a system for turning those handshakes into database entries. The biggest mistake people make, they collect business cards or phone numbers and they never follow up, or worse, they don't even add them to their CRM, either because it's manually required or they don't even have a CRM. But if you could seamlessly exchange contact info with a simple tap, and not only were they added to your database, but there was automated follow-up in place to ensure that those relationships didn't fall through the cracks, what would that do for you? Let me ask it another way. How much is it costing you by not having a system like this already in place? $50,000, $100,000, $500,000? Using a digital business card like the one built in Capitallyst Pro makes it frictionless. You just tap your card, share a QR code, and they instantly land on a custom page. Their info is captured and added to your CRM, and then automated follow-up kicks in within minutes. This turns casual conversations into long-term connections, and it removes the bottleneck of manual data entry or forgotten follow-up. Another great way is to send strategic cold messages or DMs. Cold outreach still works when it's done right. And this doesn't mean blasting random people with pitchy messages. I said pitchy. It means identifying your ideal investor. For example, professionals, business owners, people in high-income fields, and sending them a personalized, relevant message that sparks curiosity, not resistance. A super simple example could be something like, hey, insert name, I saw you're involved in insert industry. I help people in similar roles invest passively in real estate without the time commitment. Curious if that's something you've explored. With a warm approach and smart targeting, cold DMs can open doors you never knew even existed. There is some etiquette and tips to make these cold DMs more effective, and we'll talk more about that in another video. So there you have it. The awareness stage is the foundation of successful capital raising. If no one knows who you are, they can't invest in your deal, period. It's not about going viral or being everywhere. It's about showing up strategically where your ideal investors are, and then delivering value and building trust one touch point at a time. If you're ready to stop being invisible and want to build a real momentum with a system that works while you sleep, check out Capitallyst Pro. I'll drop a demo link below so you can take a closer look at how we've integrated some of these tools to help you build awareness and raise more capital on autopilot. If this video gave you clarity or sparked some ideas, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next video where we're gonna dive deeper into the next stage of the capital flow funnel, which is the decision stage. Now, I'm curious, let me know in the comments, what's one thing you're committing to do this week to boost your visibility? Thanks for watching, and remember, attention is the new currency. Start investing in yourself so others will want to invest with you. We'll catch you on the next one.